Happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you're all having an exciting holiday. Today, I thought we'd start off with a little bit of somber Samhain-ness. So, Samhain is the pagan holiday that Halloween is based off of, and it's the day where the veil between our world and the spirit world is lifted, and so all the spirits and ooky spookies get to come out and play today. But I'm starting at my altar today. On Samhain morning, I like to do a dumb tea party. On Samhain morning, I set up my altar with pictures of my family and paw prints of my fur babies that have now passed. I also set out a cup of coffee for my family and pour myself a cup, and then I also leave out dog and cat food. And I just sit at my altar and I meditate and think about my loved ones. Sometimes I talk to them, sometimes I don't. But really just meditate on kind of how much I miss them, just make sure they're in my thoughts today a little bit, and then honestly, I do kind of move on, but we're going to start here with a few minute meditation. And if you see me waving my hands around, it's because I was also listening to classical music and I was just conducting because I do that. And honestly, I think my great grandfather, whose picture is on the altar, oh, I also put a candle on there, but anyway, I think my grandfather knew that I liked classical music because I played piano for him, so I played a little bit of classical music today, and it was a good time. But dumb tea parties are definitely more of a private family thing, so let's not spend too much time here, and let's get on to the Halloween stuff. Okay, so about a month ago, I found this cricket on Facebook Marketplace for $100. Usually there are about $225, so it was a steal in my opinion, so I grabbed it. And I grabbed it because I want to start doing stickers and do stickers for conventions. So I thought I'd go ahead and get this cricket because I saw that it was on the cheaper end, and I just wanted to test it out. And I thought a good test would be making Halloween stickers for trick-or-treaters, so that's what we're doing today. I'm not gonna lie, the first thing I did whenever I got the machine, I was kind of waffling around what to call it. I'm like, should it be Fairy Godmother? I had another name. And then Sonder Monster was like, nah, Jiminy Cricket, because it's a cricket machine. And I said, perfect. But I won't lie, after using it for a bit, I think the more better name is Gremlin. So I made some designs for stickers for Halloween, and I'll have like the mock-up show up right here, I guess. And here's how the Cricut machine should work. So ideally, you power it on and open it up. And out she pops. And then it's highly recommended that you calibrate the machine with one of these pages before you do your actual cut, so you can do that. And you put your sticker sheets, or whatever it is you're cutting, on this mat. It's adhesive, it has a protective sheet. You just take off the protective sheet, stick it down, the paper that is, and then, here I'll show you my iPad real quick. So the Cricut design software is called Design Space, so you open it up. I usually like load my paper before I turn or do this bit. Jesus, go away. When that goes away, we're gonna hit new, and then if you like the stickers that are already in there, you keep previous or you replace them and upload them. I did my stickers in Procreate, so I have to upload my stickers onto here. And then you just ideally hit make it. It shows you this, you hit next. Hit the Cricut. And then it goes to this page. You can either send your stickers printer or do I have already printed. And then you load up the machine by pressing this button, and then it loads the paper through, and then you hit this guy for go. Should be simple, right? And guess what? It was a learning process, and I'm going to talk about that now. So the designs I showed you a few seconds ago are the completed designs, and I did have to do some trial and error and tweak the designs along the way. But I started with the pumpkins, and originally the stickers didn't have the white outline. I just kind of assumed that the Cricut would do that automatically. It didn't. So the first set of stickers, which was the pumpkins I chose to test with, they didn't have lines, and I will show the testers in just a little bit. So the first night of testing out the Cricut machine actually on the stickers was a bit of an adventure. So I calibrated the machine like I was supposed to, and during this entire process, I tell you, I think I calibrated at least 30 times a day. I don't think that's actually much of an exaggeration. But anyway, I calibrated the machine, but it wouldn't calibrate all the way. So I was having trouble with the top right-hand corner. Like, the sensor just wouldn't sense the marks that are made on the page. The lines that you see on the page that aren't stickers are the sensor marks. And the Cricut was just stopping over the top right corner, and I could not figure out why. I troubleshooted a bit by myself, and then I called my IT for help, which is Will-O-Wisp and Sondermonster. We must have worked on this thing for about 45 minutes and got super frustrated until Will-O-Wisp suggested that we turn off the light that's closest to the Cricut, because I have two filming lights, and the one closest to it, apparently Cricut machines are very sensitive to light, and if there's too much direct light, it's just not going to work, man. After turning off the light, the Cricut was calibrating okay. However, I think we put a pause on things because it was getting late. We still wanted to watch our spooky for the night because it's October, and we just went downstairs because it was just so frustrating. And whenever I started up again the next day, I did it early enough to where there's a lot of natural light, so I didn't need one of my lights on. So I just let the machine go, and it did cut out fine, albeit without a white line, but that's okay. I was happy that it just worked. And I just want to preface this by saying that I started out with matte sticker paper, because that makes a difference to what I'm about to tell you. So the matte pumpkins came out okay without the white lines, and so I decided to take a few days of trial and error of tweaking designs and then cutting the stickers, and I felt like I pretty much gotten it down pat, except for whenever I switch over to glossy stickers. The day I did glossy stickers was the day I broke down. So before I tried the glossy, everything leading up to that point of trial and error had taken me about a week. So I was about a week in, and I was kind of getting over these stickers. Like, I really liked them, and I liked the designs, but it was just a lot of frustration, and I was super busy, and it was just a lot. So I was ready to be done with the stickers, and I thought the glossy paper wouldn't cause any problems. But they did. So I do my thing like I would typically do with the matte stickers, not thinking that it would be different for glossy. So I do my thing, and the glossy is just not working out. For whatever stupid reason, the glossy is just not working out. I use my Cricut upstairs in my studio. I brought it downstairs to the kitchen to see if it would work. To see if maybe it was a lighting situation. I couldn't figure it out. So I tried different rooms for the lighting. I tried cleaning the blade. I tried cleaning the rollers of the machine itself. I tried calibrating a dozen times. The calibration would come out fine, but these glossy stickers just weren't freaking working. And when I tell you, I think I worked on it for like 3 hours of troubleshooting. I think I that's not an exaggeration. I think I truly did. And I cried. I finally let myself cry, and I cried. Will-O-Wisp did suggest to me to put scotch tape, like clear scotch tape, on the sensor marks, because apparently glossy paper does, and the Gremlin, the Cricut, just don't like each other very much. So it was suggested to put scotch tape on the sticker paper. And lo and behold, putting scotch tape on the stupid sticker paper worked. In my opinion, if you have to put scotch tape over a piece of on something for a piece of equipment to work, I'm sorry, that's just stupid. Like, incredibly stupid. I stepped away from the machine to give myself a break, and when I came back into the scotch tape, thankfully it worked. And since I finally got it to work, I spent hours trying to get it to work. I just cut, print, cut. I did all my stickers, and it was probably towards the end of the night, and I was doing the candy apple stickers. I saved those for last because I was worried that it would give me a hiccup, because I think I printed all the designs on matte at least once, and whenever I did the candy apples on the matte, it did cut. However, I had the sticker sheet itself for the candy apples. I was trying to fit as much as possible, so I kind of had them flip-flopped a few different ways. And on the matte, I got it to work once. And then anytime after that, no matter matte or glossy, the stickers weren't coming out how I wanted to for the candy apples. So we get to the night after I had sobbed my eyes out, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to come back to these candy apples. If they're not working tonight, I got everything else. It'll be the last thing I do. So fine. And I feel I can't stress enough how much during the week of using this machine and like doing it in between everything else I'd done, I had to calibrate the machine several hundred times. I did that. I gone through trials and errors of the stickers. Sometimes the stickers didn't work out. So I have extra stickers I had to cut by hand because I noticed that the machine wasn't cutting properly, so I'd stop it, cut everything out because I didn't want to waste the stickers, and there was just a lot of trial and error that had to be done. I had 2 packs of sticker paper and went through freaking both. I wasn't expecting that. But anyway, a lot of trial and error. So after the candy apples weren't working that last night, I took a break, came back, and realizing that the candy apples, the way the designs were on the sticker sheet, was human error. I don't think that the Cricut really can read well whenever the designs aren't the same way. So I faced them all the same way, and finally we had completed, finished, full sets of stickers, and I'm going to reveal them to you now. Alright, so here's the finished designs. I think they came out really cute. I think my favorites, and they're all really close. I think my favorites are the pumpkin and the candy apple, especially the candy apple. It's so good. And the cat would be, okay, so I said these 2 are tied, and then the cat would be a close second, followed by the candy corn. I think, or hopefully, in the other part of the voiceover, I talked about like the trials I went through, but here's the completed stickers. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but that's a little blurry, sorry. But these are glossy. Hold on. Yeah, I think you can tell. And then let me pull out my testers. So I'm going to move these 3, and for the sake of showing you my testers, so, yeah, when I say I did a lot of tests, I mean I did a lot of tests. And I'm going to move this guy out the way first, but this is the original pumpkin. And you can see he's really cute, but you can see, like, the difference in, like, color and the texture and such, because, so something about the glossy, like, the color became more true to what I was going for, and closer to what I had on my original sketch, which I think I also showed earlier in the video. But anyway, I wanted this to be like more of a chalky texture, and let's see if we'll focus on it. And I think you can see that like right there. Anyway, what brush should I use? I think it's called Tamar, I think is the brush I use. I'll have it pop up here which brush I use for this texture in Procreate. But yeah, I made the designs in Procreate, and originally it did not have this white line. I don't know why. I thought whenever I would print these out, they would like, the Cricut would just automatically include like the white border around it. I don't know why I thought I would have to do that myself. And then, or why I didn't think I wouldn't have to do it myself, I should say. But anyway, here's what it's like without the lines. And I think it came out cute, but the vine, you can tell, like, came out wonky. And I just think the white border looks nicer. So something I also tested was the thickness of the white. And you can see here, these were my tester apples. And these were pretty thick. And I much prefer... Hold on. Some of these I had to like cut out because the paper was acting wonky, so the original apple sticker I just showed you kind of was one of the ones I had to cut down. But here's what the actual like cut from Cricut design looks like. And as you can see, I really like the thinner line a lot. Like there's something cool about the thick line, but I don't know, I just like the more sticker, less white. And I think you should be able to tell on these guys too. This was my matte, and then this one was my glossy. And something about the matte that's really annoying is if you peel it up, They're like paper thin, and I don't know why the matte's like that. Something about the glossy is really thick, and that's a lot nicer. Oh goodness, okay. So again, I don't know if you can tell, but so this is like really crazy thin. Like feeling in my hand, it doesn't feel so nice. And then in comparison, this just feels a lot nicer to touch. It's a lot nicer to look at. And I think the gloss is going to make it more sturdy. Yeah, okay, so let me peel this guy up. And yeah, I think it's hard to tell on camera, but here are both of these peeled, and I much prefer the feeling of the glossy. It's just quality nicer. And yeah, let me bring out the finished ones again. Oh, and something I ran into with the cat. So I was talking about the variations of the white thickness. And as you can see, so these two were a lot thicker, and this one was thicker, and I didn't mind the thickness on this one, and also I was just kind of tired of working on these, so I never went back to make thinner lines. I thought it looked good with the fat edges, and these are for trick-or-treaters, and I don't think they're going to be very picky. So I want to make stickers for conventions. So going forward, I do want to make sure I have my lines more consistent and more on the thin side. And then the cat, there was no way around the cat not having thick lines. So what I noticed is whenever I added, there's a lot of steps to add the white, and I'm not going to explain it here, but essentially you have to add it in, and then you have to make it bigger or smaller, like to form your image. And the closer I got to the outline of the cat, like the ears were starting to go away. And I could have played around with that, but I was like, no, the thick lines are fine for this. Again, these are just for trick-or-treaters. I shouldn't say just for trick-or-treaters. I'm really excited to hand these out to trick-or-treaters. But anyway, I just didn't feel like putting like too much more effort into it because these took a lot of effort. But I am so proud of them. I think they look great. And genuinely, I'm glad that they came out as well as they did, because honestly, they were worth 115% worth the stress. I hope the more I use the Cricut, the more I better understand it and run into less problems, but genuinely, I am really proud of how these came out. And it was hard for me to try to pick a favorite one, although just something about that candy apple looks nice, man. Oh, something else with the candy apple, so one of the things I had issue with for the candy apples was I had them lined up like in this sort of fashion on the Cricut paper, and I don't know why, but the Cricut was having a malfunction about the apples not being fixed the same way, and then as soon as I fixed that issue, it seemed to work smoothly. So that sucks that I can't like try to get around adding more by flipping the what's the word I'm looking for? Flipping around the designs, but unfortunately, that's just the breaks, so well. But I find it really funny, so on the matte one, I had them facing how these guys are, but for whatever reason, it worked perfectly one time on the matte ones to have them flip-flopped, and then no other time, and that is so annoying. Anyway, but yeah, these are the stickers. I'm proud of them. Please let me know in the comment section below how you like them and which one is your favorite, because I'm curious to know. Alright, so it's time for the final thoughts. The Cricut, I don't hate it. Okay. It's a gremlin, and I don't hate it because I actually really love the end results of the stickers because I want to keep doing them. And I think I've worked the kinks out in this video, but I guess we'll have to see. But honestly, I do really like how the stickers came out. They were worth the stress, even though it did get very stressful. I'd be curious to know in the comment section below which sticker design was your favorite. And also, if you have any Cricut tips for me, I would love to hear them because I need them. For the Cricut designs. For the sticker designs, They're all so cute. I still think the candy apple is my favorite. Just something about it is really cute. I like the drips of caramel. And then for Samhain, I know we did the dumb tea party earlier, and I kind of talked about how Samhain is Halloween, and not only that, but it's the time to remember loved ones who have passed, because Halloween is the day where the veil between our world and the spirit world is thin, but it's also Witch's New Year. I thought about adding some Witch's New Year stuff to this video, however, I just kind of thought it was really cute and good as is. I really like the sticker portion of this video, I really liked what I did for Samhain, and honestly, I don't do much anything different on Samhain other than Halloween stuff, you know. After I respect those who have passed, I kind of move on with the day a little bit, which is what they would want. But regardless, so even though it's Witch's New Year as well, I will be saving my New Year's stuff for actual New Year's. However, that is all that I have for you guys today, so I hope you're having a great Halloween. Please let me know how your Halloween's going in the conversation in the comment section below. As well, please like this video if you really liked it. I hope you did, because I had fun making it. Also, if you want to know how my art challenges have gone this month, you will have to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned, because that video is coming, because I've done multiple art challenges, and actually the stickers were kind of an art challenge as well. So I've been a busy bee this month, so I can't wait to talk about it in the next video. But oh yeah, the links to not only my links to my social medias, but the links to my music and such will be in the description box below. So if you want to know about that stuff that I use, then look below. Anyway, have a great day, guys, and happy Halloween.